Now, the next step was going to be for us to actually create the small intrusions that happen here on the sides where we're going to be having the runes. If we have a look at the reference, you'll see that there's a small inset before this goes down. So let's take care of that first. And it's also visible on this reference. So in this case, we don't actually want to repeat immediately the extrude. We want to change our selection. So I'm going to press escape and I'm going to select the faces that I want to affect. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And we could do the same selection on the other side, but since the model is actually symmetrical, let's leave it like this for now, because there are some, at a certain point, we're going to be just working on one side and then applying kind of a symmetry to the other side, and that's going to save us some time. Having this selection done, we're going to press C, go to Model, Polygons, Poly Extrude. You can as well, if this is not something that suits your workflow, if you're not really into this, it's perfectly fine to come here. Again, we're going to use the technique that allows us to create the next node already connected to the previous one by right-clicking on the output, typing Poly Extrude, enter, click, and we have the Poly Extrude here. Now, I lost the selection, so I would have to click on this button to reselect what I want to affect. Holding Shift, I'm adding to the selection. And once I'm happy with the selection, press Enter, and now you have your primitives there. And we could start to affecting them. And now I want to apply just a slight inset. Let's go with something really small. Okay, again, I'm working in millimeters and dragging to the right. I think this is enough. And in this case, I want to reapply another poly extrude to these faces. So I'm going to press K. And now we can kind of use this gizmo. It's also handy for the distance control as well. I'm going to use 0.001, maybe 0.002, give it a bit more depth. Now, the next detail that I want to work on is this detail. So for that, I'm going to get rid of my selection, make sure I don't have anything selected. So you can go into selection mode, just click on an empty space, and I'm going to use C, Model, Polygons, Polysplit. Now the Polysplit allows us to cut wherever we want. I'm going to put myself on a side view, and I can see it here. Pretty much there that I want, but I don't want to cut manually. I want to be able to just click here and it adds a loop. So the path type is going to be an edge loop. Okay, and now we can just click here, and then I want to apply another poly split, so we can press the Q button again and edge loop and add another one there. Now we're going to keep adding a few poly splits. As you can see here on the reference, it's kind of more or less on the middle. So we're going to do the same thing, clicking Q again. I'm going to switch to spacebar 1. And I want to add another loop here. I'm going to go to edge loop and I want to add it there. It automatically snaps to the middle. You can also say exactly the number of loops that you want. Let's say you want 2, and he's going to snap those 2. If you want 1, it's going to snap automatically to the middle. Let's add one on this side. I'm going to press K again. And here, edge loop. Put it to 1, just making sure. And there we have it. Now we just want to kind of apply poly extrude to these edges, these faces, these primitives. So again, pressing S to go into selection, making sure I'm in primitives, and I want to affect this one, this one. I'm holding Shift to select multiple ones. And once that's done, C, Model, Poly Extrude. and I can just pull it in. Let's say 0.0025 seems like a good number for this. Notice that I'm not doing the same details on the other side. We'll take care of that in a moment. Okay, but now we have one side that has all the details that we need. I'm going to press escape. That's done. Now let's see how we can mirror this. To mirror, we're going to first clip out the other side and then mirror what's left. So I'm going to type here, right click, clip, turn it on. And the clip works is basically just a plane. So if you press enter, you'll see that you have this plane. And you can roll out the plane and it will eventually start to get what you want or not. But I'm going to do Control Z. I don't really want that. And the direction, I know we want the direction based on the gizmo, we want X. So let's say the direction is 1 along the X axis, 0 on all the axes. Now this is close, but not really there. We actually want the other side. So we can either switch the direction or switch what to keep. We can change it here. Primitives below the plane should be clipped. And that does the trick as well. Now the next step is going to be to create a mirror to mirror this area, this part of the model. Right click, mirror, and it's done. It's by default it's set to direction 1. And that gives us exactly what we want. Now we have exactly the same details on both sides. Great. Now, if we just need to make sure that the points in the middle, we can have a look at the points by turning them on here. Turn the points on. And we can see the number of each point if we turn this option on. And looking at this, it seems that we only have 1 point there, so we're good. Just making sure that we weren't actually doubling the points on their area. Great, so turning off the points. If you don't want to see the references, you can control the visibility of other objects at object level here. You can ghost other objects, which is the default setting, which is great because in this case gives us a bit of a transparency, which is awesome. But if you really don't need to see it, you can just select hide other objects, and that way we only see the object inside which we are. And you can also show them completely. So this is completely opaque. Yeah, it's looking good. This is what we have so far. If you want to hide the wireframe, just press Shift W. Let's make sure we have some nice normals for this. So after the mirror, I'm gonna right click on the output, type normal, hit enter, and this will create normals for our object. The cusp based on the cusp angle, so this is pretty high. Let's switch this to 30. There we have it. Okay, so now we have some nice sharp edges, which will be kind of smoothing out later, but for now we have a nice starting for our Thor's hammer.